Executive producer. All right, Kuzi, we're here in beautiful Rockville, Maryland. You are head of maintenance at our company. You're kind of the master of coming upon a exploratory cleaning that could use some TLC and then demonstrating value to the customer and explaining to them, hey, you need circulation, you need filtration. This client clearly has plants, but there's a lot of different factors that go into a healthy ecosystem pond. Can you just explain to the fans kind of what we got in our hands today and why these cleanings are helping change lives all over the DMV for water feature owners?
I'm just foaming at the mouth, ready to start explaining. So we have a lot of clients whose ponds we clean annually, keep them even with the highest caliber of filtration circulation systems on our ponds. We still recommend an annual cleaning. There are many ponds, however, that do not get lucky enough to have Premier Ponds service them every year. This pond is one that we cleaned 5 years ago. 5-6 years ago when I was just a little baby helper under my curlied and pond mentor position holster. We might have cleaned it a few years ago, but pond that has not had a full drain and clean, where we drain it down, power wash it, get all the slop out in at least a few years, we call that an exploratory pond cleaning. A lot of times these ponds are ones that have not been visited by a pond professional in a long time, sometimes ever, and part of the job is to clean it, figure out what's working, what's not, identify what it's missing, and make solution recommendations to the homeowner. For this pond, we get to the pond and the first thing we see, the most important thing, is it's holding water. Our pond actually holds water, so we have an appropriate water level that we can work with. And when you get to a pond this size, close to the range where it's difficult to kind of get it under control, but it's not. So as a pond professional, my first recommendation when I see this pond is, okay, it's a huge pond, a lot of water, you have a lot of nature outside, you're gonna get a lot of runoff, you're gonna wanna have fish, plants. There's no circulation, there's no running water, and there's, obviously if there's no circulation, there's no filtration. The plants do what they can, but you need running water moving through filtration, whether that's a bog or a biofall. So with a pond of this size, what you do is you put on a few massive filters, you put a few massive solids handling pumps, whether it's at the bottom of the pond, on a shelf, or inside a skimmer. So those are the things we're gonna recommend. If you do that with a pond like this, you're gonna be seeing gravel at the bottom, counting the gravels at the bottom year round, and that's what it needs. It's that simple.
Thanks, Kuz. Couldn't have said it better myself. It's always exciting to come across a pond like this because as a pond contractor, I can't help but envision the potential of something like this with just a few simple adjustments, primarily biological filtration with Biofall 6000, maybe 2, and a skimmer or 2. And then it's just a matter of putting lights and fish in here and making it as premier as possible. Big old snapper, look at him. He's what's goody.
Oh my.
Is that a snapper?
He sure is.
He's a little guy.
Can you rinse him off a little bit for me, Trippy?
Of course.
Oh, he ain't. All right, don't water. Just wanted to get his handsome little face a little more premier looking. What's goody, mate? Not gonna like your clean new home. Trippy just got absolutely blasted by the pump. Minor setback for a major comeback, right, Pope?
Of course.
We found clams. We'll be asking ChatGPT if they are native to Maryland. All right, Pope, we've been draining this pond for about over an hour now. Still a lot of water in here, still a lot of poop, but we're still having fun. We still love our job. Can you explain to the fans, the industry, when we come across a pond like this, how do we get all of this crap out?
The two things that come to mind are you need to have the right preparation. That's why on our website, when you sign up for an exploratory cleaning, we ask for you to send photos, give any information that you can. That way we know what to bring. For example, on this pond, we have metric tons of muck and leaves. Yes, thankfully with the correct preparation, we knew ahead of time to bring a wheelbarrow. So we have one. Probably could have been better if we brought two wheelbarrows, but at least we got one. As my boss Lincoln loves to say, one's better than zero. Yeah, when we're at this stage, technically speaking, what it takes to get all this out is we gotta create a bucket brigade and physically remove all this stuff in an assembly line fashion. Get all this stuff to the woods. Thankfully, there's a large patch of woods behind me, so
We're in beautiful Rockville, Maryland.
remove a lot of this stuff and send it over there. We're also using 2 Surumi pumps to discharge all this mucky water because we've already saved probably 3,000 gallons of semi-mucky water that we'll use just to do a blast.
That ain't no semi-mucky, it is very mucky.
So at this stage, we're bucketizing muck, taking out of here on the wheelbarrow. We've got our Surumi, some people call them trash pumps because they're so good at getting muck out of the pond. Those do have to be declogged periodically, so thankfully we got a great team here of guys who are ready to get down and dirty, know how to declog the pumps, keep the operation moving. There's also a lot of plants that we got to sort through, so.
A lot of pickerel rush,
Yeah,
native to Maryland, by the way.
A lot of very hardy, beautiful pickerel rush. So that's the name of the game right now, is physically getting our hands dirty, getting in the pond when it's still got water like this, because we could wait till it's all drained out, but we're gonna lose valuable time. So.
And time is money.
Time is money. Grabbing handfuls of plants, muck, and sludge, and moving it out of here. And soon we'll start seeing a difference.
Thank you, Pope.
Of course.
Fortunately, this pond is rubber liner, so we'll get my trusty broom and just push everything to the bottom, take it all out, as Pope so eloquently expressed how we do that. As you can see, you just got to get your hands dirty. Still waiting to be featured on the TV show Dirty Jobs, but, you know, we had a chance to be on TV, kind of blew it. It's okay, we're famous on social media, and nobody can clean the pond quite like Premier. Stay tuned. I thought Jake was the hardest worker at Premier. We all took a little siesta because of the rain. I hop out the truck, start feeling guilty because Hollywood Pope is apparently the hardest worker at Premier, so I'll stop being Prime and get in there and help him, I guess. Look at all this mud. My word. This is just why you need Premier ponds in your backyard seasonally. Become a full year client and your pond will just never get to this point. Learned this trick from my friend Ed the Pond Professor.
I learned how to just suck it up and be a man and do it from time.
Some CACs like to work harder, some of us like to work smarter, some of us like to wear bug screens on our face.
Yep.
Feeling pretty genius right now. All right, Wyatt, it's almost pizza time. We've put a dent in this pond, but we still got a lot to do. Do you still love your job? And if so, why?
I absolutely love my job, you know, rain or shine, good days, bad days, long days, short days. This is what it's all about. Taking something that's in not so good shape and making it Premier.
That's damn right. It's about having fun with your boys and changing some lives. I mean, I think this is definitely the dirtiest pond we've cleaned together this year. Is this daunting for you?
It's only as daunting as you make it.
See, that's the type of attitude we need. That's why Wyatt's a rising star here at Premier. We do whatever it takes to get the job done. Pope, I think he's taken the top spot as hardest worker at Premier. We've got pizza on the way, thanks to the clients, so we'll re-energize with some nice hot pizza. Close this out, get it looking as Premier as we possibly can, and tell them, hey, Ed the Pond Professor recommends a biological filter. You should add that. Rough day to be part of the Premier family. Hopefully it pays off and we can change the homeowner's life and renovate this pond. Kuzi, as kind of the crew lead on this cleaning, what's going through your head right now? Are you worried about finishing by 5? Are you worried that we'll even be able to get the pond cleaned? When we come upon a monster cleaning like this, what are your kind of biggest concerns? How do you think we can best fix this?
My biggest concern becomes just getting the slop out, because that's the longest I've passed. You know, on a pond like this, that's like, if you don't do anything else, you have to get the slop out.
Nice move, Wyatt.
And on this pond, the plants have overtaken and created absolute mud beds. Probably gonna be about 100 wheelbarrows of slop. We've probably done about 50. Probably got about, honestly, we probably got more than 50 to go. But it's just slop at the bottom, so we can't pump it. And
Just slop.
you wanna give the client like a great way to move forward. You wanna troubleshoot all your equipment and talk about what to do with the plants and kind of all those things, but it's hard to put your brains there when you have to get all this slop out, and it's the only way really. You can't really have a machine out here. Our equipment just can't handle that viscosity, so this is what we have to do, and it's just, can't really gauge how long it's.
Some muck ASMR. Nice. Kuzi said it perfectly. A task like this is daunting, but we are Premier. We always find a way to get the job done. And just like ants, we're just moving the poop out bucket by bucket. Specimen alert. Baby snapper. Certainly changed one little life today. It's time for him to go back in his home, but not without us basking in the glory for a little bit fished. Look how beautiful. What a gorgeous specimen. Pope, do you want to hold him one last time?
Yeah, just for a little, I guess.
You want to give him a kiss?
No.
No? Okay, let's throw him back in the pond. Gently, of course.
Here you go, little guy.
Yep. Lion King him, just put him back up at the top and let him scramble back down again. Now get out of the frame like we never did anything. This is all natural. Oh, come on, bro. Don't be spooked now. Oh, come on, bud. Oh, he's imbibing. Look at him. Absolute specimen.
So cute. Maybe I'll take him to my farm.
You should.
Bro, baby fried. Entering the chat.
You saying thanks, Premier, for cleaning my home? We got this thing sparkling clean, but unfortunately, one of the problems with this pond is that every time it rains, water just runs off down the hill and dumps a bunch of mud in the pond. So we got all the solid debris out, but water still looks a little dirty. But the little creatures like this frog here, they don't mind. They're still grateful for me. And that's what's goody. All right, Kuz, you cleaned this pond back in 2020 with drummers. And it hasn't been cleaned since. the four of us, me, you, Wyatt, and Pope, absolutely bodied this thing today. The water is a little murky. That's because it was pouring all day, and there's kind of a runoff channel over there. So as we were filling it, we were seeing mud go in the pond. Not really Premier, but you know, we did what we could. I guess just tell the fans kind of everything we did today and how we plan on moving forward. And
So we cleaned the pond today, decided to do a full water exchange because the water was just brown, and it got to a point where the ceramics just couldn't pump anymore. All of us, what we did was we set up a wheelbarrow by the pond, and it was a bucket brigade just slopping out buckets of muck mixed in with sludge and sand and water, and dumping them in wheelbarrows and running them to the back of the client's property. And that's what took most of the day. The power wash, it didn't take that long. We got lucky. This is a rubber liner pond. No gravel at the bottom. There's nothing to really get stuff out of. You just scoop it all and go. But the sheer volume of muck in this pond was probably 50, 60 wheelbarrows at least.
at least.
And plant-wise, yeah, like there was just so much chocolate cake mixed in with all these plants. It took over really most of the pond. We had to physically just remove all that, just handful at a time.
By hand.
So once that's all done and you put the water back in, it's gonna be a little murky because there's like the last bit of slop at the bottom, everything left in between the plant pots, everything in there still. Like even that tiny little film on the liner when you're all done is still gonna murky up the water. And this is all new water, so if we can get this thing running, it'll be nice and clear. But what this pond needs is biofalls, solids handling pumps on 2-inch flex PVC to run year round. And
The Dave Kelly special.
the Dave Kelly special, you need the circulation filtration package, the latest and greatest in the industry. Solids handling Aquaforce or PL pump on 6,000 biofalls, and you honestly need 2 of those on a pond like this. Initially, these 3 fountains are hooked up to like a 12 PN, so they're shooting water like 4 or 5 feet up.
It's like Vegas.
It's like Vegas, the client said, yeah, and it's a little much for an ecosystem pond. It's a little too much turbulence, we think. It just prevents a balance from being found. And kind of ironically, you need circulation for clear water, but too much circulation is gonna, like, this is just gonna be like a splash pad. It's gonna be like a little fountain because the ratio of water movement to surface area is gonna be ridiculous. So you don't want that, especially on a pond where you don't have any rocks and limited vegetation to trap and absorb stuff. So we're gonna try to get the clients to move away from this, but we got some really European looking outlets and pump connections that we're gonna have the latest and greatest electrician in the industry come out to check out. King Wells, the master electrician himself, is going to be making an appearance in order to figure out this electrical, and hopefully we'll be able to figure out the electrical and do what it takes to get these clients an Aquaforce, because as of right now, the client wants to maintain the system as it is, and what that needs is most likely a new outlet and pump, and most likely, if I have anything to say about it, a slightly weaker pump so that this system can have the correct amount of water movement that it needs in order to do its best.
Fantastic. Thanks, Cruz.
Of course, yeah.
Wyatt, you just said that you were a little intimidated by the wheelbarrows. Did you kind of overcome that fear a little bit today? Are you more scared of them? Or, you know, just let me know, let the fans know what your first 6,000 gallon muck out was like, and if you feel like you're prepared for more cleanings like this in the future.
Wow, today was just awesome. I mean, the wheelbarrow is still not my friend, not my enemy, but my tool.
It's a tool.
It's my tool that I'm getting used to. As far as a pond this size, it was really cool cleaning it. You know, lots of things that could be done to make it better, but hey, that's what Premier is for.
That's what Premier's for. We come out, we get the job done, and we just give you all of the different options to make your pond better. Thanks, Wyatt. Great work today.
Thank you.
Trippy,
Yeah.
you played an instrumental role in this monumental muck out made that will be etched in Premier history forever. The whole thing's going on YouTube. Why don't you kind of talk about how you built your legacy today?
Sure, yeah. This was a legacy defining day.
Sure was.
I know the boss was mentioning how we ran 50 plus wheelbarrows. I would like to think that, I wasn't counting, but I'd like to think that I ran potentially the most wheelbarrows.
Probably about 5, 6.
something like that, yeah. So I think, you know, we always try to give a pond what it needs, and for this pond, what it really needed was us to get in there with buckets, scoop that poop out, and throw it in wheelbarrows and take it all over the property, and that's what we did. You know, at the end of a cleaning, I always like to have more crystalline, pristine water. Given the circumstances on this one, I wish you guys could really see how we see it, because probably 99% of the physical muck that was in here has been removed and dispersed around the property. Unfortunately, this pond was literally built to capture rainwater and runoff. And we had a bit of a rainstorm going on earlier, so we had some mud run back in as we were filling it. So it's not as clear as I would like. Hopefully that doesn't dampen your guys' view of my legacy. But rest assured, we've completely cleaned this pond top to bottom. The water, once we get a moving pump in here, and we did give the client different recommendations on how to move forward, so hopefully they will move forward with that. Obviously what we would recommend first and foremost is a biological waterfall and some circulation to the pond to help it clear up a lot faster. But nonetheless, should be a major improvement in a couple days when the clients come out here and check in on it. Unfortunately, we didn't save quite enough new fresh hose water, so once that's all the way full with fresh water, that'll look more clear as well. So yeah, I think in terms of legacy, today's theme was really, you know, getting in here, getting physical, really manhandling the muck in there, waging war against the sludge, and you know, we got taken to hell and back, but I think we won this battle, and hopefully we'll win the war too, and they will move forward with some sort of filtration system or some sort of upgrade. Of course, you know, they said probably a next year thing. Like many of our homeowners, they just had to do a hefty amount of repairs on their house, so we're on your time. If you want a new pond or renovation or anything like that, you know, definitely reach out to us, because we book out a couple months out. I think we're booking out like 2 months from now in terms of new projects. So definitely don't wait, but obviously we know that life happens, things need to be repaired and fixed, and whenever you're ready to, or you know, any client, whenever they're ready to transform their pond, reach out to Premier Ponds and we will get you on the calendar and make it happen for you. So that's our legacy.
That's right. When you need your pond fixed or when you're ready to fix it, we'll be here. Premier will be here. No rush. Our schedule's always full. Yeah, we are very happy to accommodate your timeline. Yeah, I'd say we won the battle today. This pond cleaning was handcrafted. All of the stuff was taken out by hand. So this is a handcrafted, crystalline new pond. The big thing now is hopefully just either getting the electrical working, seeing if the pump still works, or putting in a new one and getting some water movement so this water can clear up. And then maybe a couple years down the line, we'll get mechanical and biological filtration, give this pond the Dave Kelly special, and it can really start looking premier again. Bot, you seem like you have a last few words you want to say, or am I mistaken?
I was gonna say, show the camera the slop pile if they want to see handcrafted.
Oh yeah, I'll give a little walk through all of the muck that we removed by hand from this pond with, you know, just 4 hearts of gold and huge mussels, and that's premier. Hello, baby frog. Hello, baby frog. Look at you. He's feeling premier. That's handcrafted. That's handcrafted. That's all just handcrafted. Handcrafted. Handcrafted family, tap in. Created a little bit of a water feature in the back here ourselves, but it's okay because it was, again, handcrafted.